everybody! Welcome back. Man, we took some time. This is Hey We're Talking. If you don't remember, this is a show where three guys get together and what exactly do we do, Derek?
We talk.
Yeah.
About things.
We argue a lot.
We do.
We fight on the air.
People talk about that a lot, actually. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's funny.
It is, but at the same time, I feel bad because we don't. It's not like we don't. I always feel like people think we don't like each other. That's not true at all. Oh,
no,
wait a minute. Is it? Derek has a big, long pause.
It's like, well, I mean... No, I mean, we're great. We're great, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, why confirm or deny? Why don't we just throw fuel on the fire and add to the meta conversation about whether or not we actually like each other?
But I do. I love you guys.
Same.
I think I mean, let's put that to rest. Actually,
yeah,
we do like each other. We love each other. We're friends.
It's basically we don't hang out in real life. Balls, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, that's what guys do. And if you're not down with the nut busting, well, then maybe you need to reevaluate.
I have to laugh really weird, just so you guys know. Are
you sick, Scott?
Yeah, man. Cheryl went and looked back at like Christmas, New Year kind of thing in her journals over the last 6 to 10 years, and we are always sick around the holidays. Usually on New Year's Eve, she's always sick. And it's because we get around family and, kids and stuff like that. And since we don't have kids, we have like zero immunity. So we get in front of a kid and they just smile at us and we're like,
You should learn by now. You've got to start hopping yourself up with some vitamin C,
dude,
a whole bunch of stuff right before the holidays.
Oh, I do.
Above and beyond what you normally do.
Listen, I'm doing much better than everybody else. I sound terrible, but
you don't look very good either.
Right,
I don't think that has anything to do with sickness.
It ravaged my family. No joke. Like my nephew, he was patient zero, I think. But when we went over on Christmas Eve, he was hacking, and I was just kind of like, I don't care. That's the way I'm looking at it now. I was like, you know what? I just want to be with these people, so who cares if I get sick? No big deal. But he ended up having pneumonia.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
And then we got home, and I felt good like the first day and a half, and then I was like, oh, man, I feel like a little tickle in my throat, and I was like, oh, boy.
Such a horrible feeling.
And but I was just like determined, like, I'm just going to ride this thing out. I'm not going to moan and complain about it. So then I check on my parents, and they are like on death's door. My dad ends up with pneumonia.
Don't say it like that. That sounds horrible.
No, seriously. He sounded so bad. I was so worried about him. I called them every day because he was hacking up his lungs. And I was like, dude, you got to get to a doctor immediately. So he went and they said, yeah, you have pneumonia. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So my dad's not super old, but when you get older,
right,
that stuff is like, dude, be careful. So anyway, Cheryl's been hacking. We've been hacking. I actually feel pretty good. I just sound bad.
My wife came down with a little bit of a sickness, but after that, I mean, I've been fine. Luckily, I've been dealing with some nasal stuff for a while.
Yeah, you had something
whatever.
Wasn't that like in November you were sick?
Yeah, but it hasn't gone away. It's just I've constantly sneezing. I've been doing it for months, so I don't know what
this is. A Midwest thing. Derek has no idea what we're talking about. Does this happen
in
West Texas?
He did get snow. He's got more snow than I do.
He has more snow than we do.
It's already melted.
Right,
there was snow this morning.
You had more snow than we've had.
There was snow this morning, and we've just came out of out of a Arctic cold front. I think we were basically below freezing for 2 full days. Like it did not go above freezing. So yeah, I know. But for the area, it's fine.
Yeah.
But let me talk to you about your sickness. We do get it here. I really don't get sick much. It's very rare that anything happens to me. I'm usually combating allergies mainly. Yeah. I don't really get too many colds. I get the flu shot every year.
Yeah, me too.
And it works.
Yep.
Here's my theory. I think because our emergency room, our hospital's been kind of busy since the holidays. people are getting together on Christmas, around the Christmas time, and so yeah, you're bringing lots of people together. You're introducing pathogens,
yeah,
and as people start to get sick, but because it's the holidays, nobody can really get to the doctor. They don't want to go to the emergency room because it's like, I just got the sniffles. What's the big deal? But it gets worse.
Yep.
Your doctor's probably out of town because it's the holidays.
Yep.
And so the 26th, the 27th, the 28th rolls around, and you just get worse. And then finally, you're showing up New Year's Eve in my hospital, sick as a dog. Help me! And I'm like, okay. Why didn't you get? Why didn't you see somebody before? And they're like, I couldn't. And so it's like, okay, we got you.
Yeah, everybody in my family ended up going to the urgent care. I didn't go. Cheryl hasn't gone yet, but she's like, her cough. It's the cough that freaks me out. Like I feel like every day I've gotten better. And all I did, here's the trick for me. As soon as I started feeling sick, I was like, okay, I'm going to take that. Like, even if it's just mental, I took those little coldies things you drop in a drink and it's got like zinc and stuff. Took those. And then I started taking Mucinex DM. So that if I did start to get phlegmy or whatever, it would just it would break it up so that I could cough it up. Because that's what gets me all the time is if you have drainage, like if you're a person who has a lot of allergies and stuff and that stuff. This is the weirdest topic. If it starts to go down into your throat, you start to get a sore throat, and then all of a sudden it starts to get in your chest, and the next thing you know, you got bronchitis or something. So I was just like, I'm just going to hit this thing with the Mucinex, blow it up, cough it out, be done with it. And it worked. So
blow
far,
it up,
let's
cough it out,
knock
get rid of that
wood.
Bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly.
Nobody
Jumped
does.
up, got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's such a good one. Every time I hear the word bronchitis, of course, that's exactly
I got
what
bronchitis.
I got bronchitis. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can't laugh. Stop.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So, Derek, before we started talking on the show, we always ask Derek what he's drinking. And he's drinking coffee, of course. He's got an Americano.
In my Carabello mug. Sorry, Chris Bean.
Yeah.
Another Cincinnati area coffee roaster is.
I bet you Chris likes Carabello coffee too.
Oh, I bet.
So
I'm sure.
But anyway, tell us the story behind you got a mug from Carabello Coffee and you got some other stuff.
Well, Boontar, our friend Boontar, who was a
Boonsky.
Boontar, the Boonsky. He's the oldest fan of the show. I mean, not as an age, but he has probably listened to our
Don't
show
call him out.
the longest.
Yeah.
He sent me this mug a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
But
was it dirty like it is now, or no?
It's just got a little thing on the front.
See?
Coffee, come on, man.
It looks like you had hot cocoa in it.
It does.
It was a very clean mug, and I keep it clean. All right. So Boontar's organizes from time. This is the second year he's doing it. A secret Santa coffee swap.
Well,
among people such as ourselves who appreciate high-end, specialty coffee. Not a high-end.
Who wants coffee? Coffee? Anybody?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to get it in there, right?
Yeah. So no K-Cups, no Folgers, no Tim Hortons, none of that stuff. It's got to be an independent coffee roaster. And so, people who get it. So my Secret Santa this year was the owner of Carabello Coffee, Justin Carabello.
Nice.
And so he sent me. They're doing like these limited runs, these limited release specialty coffees at his shop that are really nice. So I got a little box of that. But he sent me some of his own stuff. But he also sent me a package of coffee from a renowned roaster in Norway, Tim Wendelboe.
Wow.
And so
it's a nice name.
Oh yeah. It's like very pleasing to say. It rolls off the tongue like cellar door, Wendelboe. So this is an Americano. Weird. This is some of the Wendelboe coffee and coming into some of the Carabello coffee.
Very nice. So
2 shots of espresso, hot water, just a smidge of half and half.
There you go.
Love it.
So speaking of, since Derek told us one of the things he got for Christmas, we didn't talk about this on Monday, Bob, did you get anything that you want to share with the listeners and us that you got for Christmas?
Yeah, I got a new iPad, which I was extremely happy about.
Like an iPad mini or just like a regular iPad?
Just a 9.7-inch iPad.
Nice.
Yeah, so
does
newest
that make
model.
you happy?
That didn't answer the question, but I think that is a mini.
No,
it's not a mini.
It's the regular. It's like a regular size.
It's just not the large one.
I think it's the ones before they put out these new iPads. It's like a 9.7 inch.
Yeah, 9.7 inch. I got.
Derek
what else
just
did
got
I
hit
get?
with a fly or something. Something jumped up and got him. Jeez,
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool.
I got some cool pictures from my son, which I've yet to hang back here. Just one of Jimi Hendrix, one of Led Zeppelin. I ordered a frame for him, so I got to put him up in here.
Very nice.
Got a bunch of cool stuff for my daughter. So yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. It was cool. She actually did something for you for Christmas, right? Didn't you put a picture up of that?
Oh yeah. So one of the things my daughter, I don't know why, she's always obsessed how gross my feet are, which they're not that gross. I mean, I'm in boots all the time. I mean, they're feet, but they're not like horrible feet.
Yeah.
So she decided to get me a pet egg, which is this little thing that you use to grind the calluses off and all that crap. So, she wound up giving me a pedicure without the nail polish. She ground down my feet and put lotion on them and trimmed my nails and all that stuff. Why would she do that? I don't know, because she's sweet, but yeah.
Maybe
so that
she
was
likes that. It's relaxing for her. I don't know.
It is. She does like to do that. I don't know
Girls
why.
like to do that stuff sometimes. Some girls. I'm not putting everybody. Listen, women, don't get all mad. I'm not putting everybody in a box. Okay. Maybe some guys like to do that. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, just back off. I didn't say anything wrong. All right.
Nobody's offended, Scott. You
Okay,
can,
good.
You can say what you want.
I got Cheryl got me this little. I don't know if anybody. I'll try and describe it, but it's like it's a pen holder. It's like a cup, but it's a like an old microphone. It was kind of cool. And then I told everybody to go really super. Let's not spend a lot of money, because I feel like every Christmas we just go hog wild, and then you're like, what did I even get? You don't even, I don't know. So we just kind of went really, 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 really small. I ended up getting, those, I sent you guys those little Funko Pop quarterbacks that one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl also got me a Ron Swanson from Funko Pop, which I love. It's back there, but I don't think you can see it. It's up on the top shelf. See in the top corner up there?
Yeah.
He's up there. So anyway, yeah, speaking of, we're going to be, when this is going to be airing, we won't know yet, but we won't know who the Bears are going to play in the playoffs yet. And we won't know if the Dallas Cowboys won or lost yet.
I know who the Bears are playing.
Yeah, they're playing the Eagles.
Yeah.
We just don't know who's going to win that game.
We don't know who's going to win it. That's right. I thought they got a bye for some reason. Why
they had the LA Rams had to lose for the Bears, and the Bears had to win. The Bears won. Rams did not lose. They destroyed the 49ers. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to Sunday, 3:05, 3:25, something like that. Bears taking on the Eagles.
Well, we could make bold predictions. Let's save that for Friday. Yeah, save it for Friday. We'll make bold predictions.
Sports Ball Friday?
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to think of, first of all, the other thing.
I got a drinking horn for Christmas, guys.
Oh,
and a bottle of whiskey.
Yes, you did.
I forgot. Well, you got to talk about your whole coffee thing, so I thought that was how I led into us talking about our thing. I wasn't trying to cut you off from your drinking horn. But yes, you put a picture up of it. It was funny.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was awesome. I was very excited for your drinking horn.
I mean, it's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fun.
Kind of cool, too, if you're a barbarian.
Right?
Yeah.
He can put his mead in there, dude.
I did.
Oh, his drink is mead.
Speaking of that, real quick.
Yeah.
Jake, who is a listener of our show.
What up, Jake?
He told me in Crown Point, Indiana, which is about 40 minutes, maybe an hour away, depending on traffic. They opened up a mead shop.
Oh, boy.
So that's interesting.
I'm gonna have to go
shop? A mead shop.
Oh, a mead shop.
No, there is a weed shop that's going to be right up the road from here.
We have weed shops going to be opening here in Michigan very soon.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of them. Can you imagine if you had been forward thinking enough to get ready for this? Man. You'd be rich. All the stoners out there.
Rolling in all that green. Literally.
Literal green everywhere. Michigan's been, before this, though, they had like they had all these grow shops and stuff here. So I think you could grow medicinal stuff here for some reason. Hydroponics and stuff.
Well, we've had a couple shops around for medical marijuana. But one of them was kind of back in an industrial park, off the path.
Yeah.
And between the city, the state, and all this stuff, they just approved it to move right by the mall, like right where everybody is. So one of the 86 mattress places closed down. So they decided they're going to move the dispensary over there. And of course, right now it's medical. The second it changes over to recreational in Illinois, obviously they're in a prime spot. And I think one of the politicians locally in the state of Illinois is the owner or part owner of it.
Yeah.
Silent partner. So of course it's just one of those things.
I watched an entire, I think it was on Netflix. I watched this documentary of when they opened it up in Colorado, and it followed this one store that opened up and did this. I mean, the amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Was insane. But there was also a lot of people who really fought it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in Michigan. And I'm always surprised that Illinois has not legalized it yet. You seem like a very open to that kind of a thing state, so I'm amazed.
Well, obviously it's going to happen. Our new governor that, said that that's going to be his first thing. And the reality is, with the state of Illinois and financial trouble that they're in, that's one step that they need to make and for the tax revenue in order to get this state fixed. Now, that's not going to fix it.
No.
That's just putting a Band-Aid over a wound that
like
needs stitches.
Giant wound.
But they feel that that's a step in the right direction. Now they just have to go and reform everything in order for any of it to work.
Yeah.
Scott, you need to come up with like
get started.
You need to come up with like a graphic or like a sound bite so that whenever you and Bob are discussing something, y'all can just be like, and now Derek's hot take. And you could be like,
should.
Be like, because y'all are going to be talking back and forth, and I'm just sitting here waiting.
I know you're planning your entrance into the discussion, so go ahead. Here is Derek's hot take.
Derek's hot take. I'm not saying that I condone it or condemn the legalization of recreational marijuana. I really don't have a huge problem with it, but I think what I would say to people who really are opposed to it is like there's so much more stuff out there that's worth your attention, like homelessness, poverty, human trafficking, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could really use your attention if you're going to put your efforts and your time into blocking the legalization of marijuana or whatever, because I think it's at this point it's basically inevitable. I think most places are gonna.
It is,
but so like
it has its own set of problems, though. That's probably why people are. I get it. I see both sides of it, but the truth is, it doesn't really apply to me very much, I guess. So
yeah, me neither.
I'm not a toker. I'm not a smoker. So,
but you are a midnight joker.
Exactly. Speaking of midnight jokers, Bob was going to say that. Do you want to do it again? I'll do it. Wait, I'll do it again so you can do it too.
No, it's okay. No,
I'm not a smoker or a toker.
That's cool.
Oh, Bob, you had your chance.
Right. No, it's all right. It was in my head. Derek and I are thinking alike. That's all.
The sponsor of Derek's hot take for today was none other than Numa Coffee. Oh no, I can't laugh.
If you want to roast it up, roast up some Numa coffee.
If you're looking to roast some Numa Coffee. That's Numa Coffee, PNEUMA coffee.com. Put in that coupon code of HWT, get your 20% off. Chris is doing some good stuff. Support the guy. We love him. Chris Bean, again, another Cincinnati coffee roaster. Get on over there, put in that coupon code HWT, and get you some Numa coffee. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate you. All right. we're going to wrap it up. We'll come back on Friday, and we're definitely going to get some sports ball hot takes from Derek. That's for sure. Until then, we bid you adieu, and we thank you. Peace in the Middle East. Never going to happen, but peace.
Not with that attitude.